10's Late News with Tracy Spicer.
Heading the late news, a radical plan to make the jobless work for the Dole, overshadowed by claims of another rorting MP. Defence forces on alert as floodwaters continue to threaten outback communities. And a New Zealand man in court over yesterday's shooting rampage that left 6 dead. Good evening. First tonight, the plan to make the jobless work for their dole. Prime Minister John Howard unveiled the radical scheme to try to deflect attention from the embarrassing Woods affair. But he was then caught out by news that police are investigating another government MP.
National Party MP Michael Cobb is the latest parliamentarian to be investigated for alleged expense rorts. The Prime Minister says he was briefed last August.
The Attorney-General mentioned it to me on one other occasion as well. As a continuing police investigation, I understand Michael Cobb's denied the allegations. He, like Bob Woods, is entitled to a presumption of innocence.
Mr Howard confirmed that Australian Federal Police had raided Mr Cobb's offices in Dubbo and Broken Hill. It comes on top of the scandal facing Liberal Senator Bob Woods, who is facing a similar investigation.
We've got here a do-nothing Prime Minister, it seems, on multiple fronts, who just lets these things blandly pass him by. It's a funny old code of conduct when you only act if you're flushed out, if you're caught.
Senator Evans says he'd support greater accountability from politicians about how they spend their travel allowances. The government is in damage control mode, and in an attempt to get these allegations off the front page, today decided to announce a controversial scheme to force many young unemployed people to work for their dole.
What I've got in mind is to pilot both voluntary and compulsory schemes in regional and rural areas of Australia.
Mr Howard cited the example of a recent scheme where people were employed to meet and greet tourists in Sydney. The dole workers would be on the job for about 15 to 20 hours a week at award wages, until they'd earned the equivalent of their unemployment benefit. The move was immediately attacked by the unions.
Well, we're opposed to working for the dole on the basis that John Howard is trying to blame the victims rather than looking for solutions.
Paul Smith, 10 News.